Have you ever replayed a single moment in your mind, over and over again? Maybe you said something awkward. Maybe someone looked at you for a second too long. Maybe you stumbled over your words during a meeting. Or sent a message you instantly regretted. Hours later, you're still thinking about it. You imagine what everyone must have thought. You replay the conversation. You come up with better answers. Better reactions. Better versions of yourself. But here's something strange. The people you're worrying about probably haven't thought about that moment since it happened. So why can't your brain let it go? Why does one small mistake feel so much bigger than it really is? Most people believe they care too much because they're insecure. Others think they simply lack confidence. But that's only part of the story. The real reason goes much deeper. It begins thousands of years ago. Long before cities. Long before schools. Long before social media. Imagine you're living with a small tribe. Around 100 people. Every single day, your survival depends on them. They hunt with you. Protect you. Share food with you. Help raise your children. Now imagine something happens. The tribe rejects you. You're left alone. No food. No shelter. No protection. In that world, being disliked wasn't embarrassing. It was dangerous. Sometimes, it was a death sentence. So your brain adapted. It developed an alarm system. One simple mission. Stay accepted. Avoid rejection. Avoid being excluded. Because acceptance meant survival. That ancient survival system still exists inside your brain today. The world has completely changed. But your brain hasn't changed nearly as much. You're no longer worried about being abandoned in the wilderness. Instead, you're worried about being judged in a classroom. Ignored in a group chat. Embarrassed during a presentation. Rejected on social media. Or simply wondering, what do they think about me? Your brain reacts as if social rejection is still a life-or-death situation. That's why your heart races before speaking in public. That's why criticism hurts more than you expect. That's why one negative comment can stay in your mind for days, while 10 compliments disappear within minutes. Your brain isn't trying to make you miserable. It's trying to keep you connected. Because deep inside, it still believes that belonging equals survival. And once you understand that, something incredible begins to happen. You stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" And you start asking, "Is my brain simply trying to protect me?" Because sometimes, the strongest prison isn't built by other people's opinions. It's built by the ancient survival instinct still living inside your own mind. If caring about what people think is a survival instinct, then why does it feel so much stronger today? After all, nobody is throwing you out of a tribe. Nobody is taking away your food. So why does one awkward moment still keep you awake at night? The answer lies in something psychologists call the spotlight effect. Imagine walking into a room. You accidentally mispronounce a word. Maybe you trip over a step. Or spill a little coffee on your shirt. Instantly, your mind tells you, everyone saw that. They're all thinking about me. They'll remember this forever. But here's the truth. Most people barely noticed. And the ones who did forgot about it within minutes. Why? Because they're busy thinking about themselves. Just like you are. Every person you meet is carrying their own invisible worries. They're wondering. Did I say the wrong thing? Do they like me? Did I look stupid? Am I good enough? The strange part is, while you're worrying about their opinion, they're worrying about yours. It's like two people standing in front of mirrors. Each one believing the other is watching them. When in reality, they're both only looking at themselves. Your brain doesn't understand this. It assumes you're the center of everyone's attention. Because that's the safest assumption. If everyone might be watching, you stay alert. You avoid mistakes. You protect your social status. Thousands of years ago, that strategy helped humans survive. Today, it mostly creates anxiety. Have you ever noticed something else? One criticism can stay in your mind for weeks. But 10 compliments disappear by tomorrow. That's because your brain has a built-in negativity bias. Positive feedback feels nice. Negative feedback feels important. Your brain treats criticism like valuable survival information. It thinks, if I remember this mistake, maybe I won't be rejected again. So it stores embarrassing moments with incredible detail. That's why you can suddenly remember something awkward from 10 years ago. A presentation. A conversation. A joke nobody laughed at. Meanwhile, the hundreds of ordinary days completely disappear from memory. Your brain isn't trying to embarrass you. It's trying to protect you from future rejection. But here's the problem. It can't tell the difference between real danger and imagined judgment. That's why one stranger's opinion can sometimes feel more powerful than your own. But the fear of being judged didn't start with social media. For most people, it started much earlier. It started at home. Think back to your childhood. How many times did you hear things like, "What will people think? Don't embarrass us. Behave properly. Everyone is watching." At first, those words seemed harmless. Your parents weren't trying to hurt you. Most of them were simply repeating what they had learned themselves. But your young brain interpreted those words very differently. It learned something powerful. Acceptance equals safety. Approval equals love. And rejection feels dangerous. Little by little, you stopped making choices based on what made you happy. You started making choices based on what would earn approval. You wore certain clothes because other people liked them. You chose certain careers because they sounded impressive. You stayed quiet even when you wanted to speak. You laughed even when the joke wasn't funny. You agreed even when you completely disagreed. Not because you were weak. Because your brain believed being accepted was more important than being authentic. Then something changed. The internet arrived. And suddenly, your tribe wasn't 100 people anymore. It became thousands. Millions. Every post. Every photo. Every comment. Every like. Every view became another opportunity to ask one silent question. Do they approve of me? Without realizing it, many people stopped living their lives and started performing them. The vacation wasn't just for the memory. It was for the photo. The achievement wasn't just for personal growth. It was for the announcement. Even happiness became something to prove. The dangerous part is, the more approval you receive, the more approval your brain begins to crave. Because external validation works like a reward. It feels good. But only for a little while. Then your brain wants another compliment. Another like. Another notification. Another reminder that you're accepted. And before you know it, your confidence is no longer controlled by you. It's controlled by strangers. The problem with living this way is that strangers can never give you enough approval to silence the voice inside your own mind. Sometimes, the biggest prison isn't built by other people's opinions. It's built by the fear of disappointing them. The moment you stop asking, what will they think? You finally begin asking, what kind of life do I want to live? And that question can change everything. If this video helped you see yourself differently, leave a like. Subscribe for more psychology videos that help you understand your mind and build a better life. Until next time, take care of your mind.